My name is Joel Hazard, and I'm a local musician in the Toledo area. Well, my father was a choir director, and I was raised singing in church and played violin as a young tyke. Then started playing guitar when I was a young punk, and then I ended up playing bass. I'm a bassist by trade, so.
And we see you playing here at Rockies all the time, but you're not only playing bass. Tell me everything. Tell me all your talents.
Oh, well, I don't tap dance, and I'm not much of a percussionist, but I do play keyboards, piano, organ, guitars, bass, pretty good at bass. I screw around on harmonica some. Really, most of my training was from playing with people that were much better than me and much older than me for the most part. Now I'm kind of like an old guy, and I have a lot of people that play with me that are younger than me. But I played at a place in town that no longer exists, but there's a classic bar called Rusty's Jazz Cafe. And Rusty Monroe had a club that had music 7 nights a week without fail. In fact, in my experience, the only time that we had to stop playing in the evening was when there was a fire, and the firemen kicked us out of the club while they put the fire out. So the environment that happened at Rusty's is a lot of what we're trying to do here at Rockies, and it's been over 4 years that we've been doing this gig. So I guess we're working on our 5th year. So. Hey sugar, take a walk on the wild side. I said, hey babe, take a walk on the wild side. Take a walk, babe. It's just within my heart and soul, I suppose, because it's certainly not in my pocketbook. Although I've had songs in movies, and I've done some touring and whatnot, and done some great gigs. I sang with the internationally renowned singer Jon Hendricks. He died this past fall. He made it to 96, but when he was in his early 80s and he was still pretty phenomenal, I sang with Jon. It was really interesting when I toured with Jon Hendricks, because I had to sort of keep him on task. He would always like to talk to people, and he would have to get change his clothes, and you'd have to persuade him into the dressing room and make sure that he got his thing together. But I sang at the Blue Note in Milan and in New York with Jon. Sang at the Jazz Bakery in LA for a week with Hendricks. So he was wild, and of course, at that age, his partying days were way over. I mean, during the day, all we did was rehearse, and performed at night. So that was an eye-opener. Not a lot of time to relax on tour. It's all business. Did a gig on New Year's Eve at the Kennedy Center with Jon and his lovely wife, Judith, singing with the Lionel Hampton Orchestra, which was pretty amazing. Well, it's interesting, because if we don't come up with something soon, they're going to kick us out of here. We've done a variety of things. The nice thing about this gig is that there's a lot of freedom. We don't have to do a certain thing. We don't have to do the entire discography by, some classic rock and roll or something. So some stuff we make up, and we get a lot of people to come up and do what they do. My favorite part is interacting with a bunch of different musicians, playing something new that's new for all of us, to grasp something and make it shine. But the most rewarding thing is when everybody is able to listen to everybody else, what they're doing, and be able to interact. And that's really the main deal. In today's modern world, it's an amazing thing when people listen to each other. And so we try to utilize that and make use of that as sort of the formulaic ode to the way to do it. Now that we've been doing this for a while, go figure, a Tuesday in Toledo, Ohio, you know, and but it's been really successful, and so we're here the first and third Tuesdays. We'll see how long that lasts, but then the second and fourth Tuesdays, there's a live jam here. It's more of an acoustic thing, and then there's a fifth Tuesday that happens about 4 times a year. And then they do something like wild and crazy. I don't know, they set off fireworks inside. So. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. I'd like to feature Mr. Epic.